He's the one you go to for all the latest happenings in Las Vegas and all the Hollywood drama. And boy, woo, is there drama right now that's buzzing throughout the headlines.
Yes, it's time for Perez's Picks with celeb blogger and Las Vegas local Perez Hilton. Good morning.
Hello, love your pink.
Oh, we're rocking the pink today. I'm so here for it. Wednesdays we wear pink. I mean, we didn't even do this intentionally.
No.
It just happened. Well, we've got to get to some things because, you know, obviously there's a lot going on in Vegas right now, and there's actually been some really cool new restaurant experiences that you've been able to have, starting with, I think it's Hibachi High.
Yes, I love that I can highlight some small businesses here in town, and now is the perfect time to hit up Hibachi High. I had them come to my house when it was the heat of summer. The hottest month of the year was July. But if you want to plan something special for Valentine's Day or just for a family gathering, they take care of all the food, the prep, the cleanup and everything. Hibachi High, Japanese grilled deliciousness, and there were so much leftovers too. Can't recommend them enough. Also, it's January, beginning of February now, and I'm trying to be healthier, so I went to this new restaurant at the Venetian called Gelani, and if you want to be healthier, they offer really fresh food, farm to table, and delicious. I know there's some people in Vegas who don't like California and things like that, but Gelani is a very trendy restaurant in Los Angeles, and I had a wonderful experience there. Even my mom loved it too, and my son, very adventurous,
wow,
having some oysters. Yes. And then if we go from across the way from the Venetian to the Caesars, a brand new speakeasy and caviar bar called Caspian's, which if you want to go after or before you go see somebody perform at the Coliseum, it's like the perfect place to like have some quality time with friends. So I loved all of those experiences recently.
Yeah, I'm loving seeing this video here, the bubbles, like it's giving a really swanky vibe.
Yes, it's by Click Hospitality, and they also have barbershop and many other places around town.
Now, if people follow you on Instagram, we both do, your mum's always heavily featured. She's always such game for a laugh. Honestly, though, she'd be like the last person I'd expect to be a huge Pitbull fan. I don't know why. She loves him, right?
Well, I'm Cuban.
Right.
Pitbull is Cuban, and he's like family, and I've been a big fan of his from the very beginning. I actually had him perform at one of my parties in like 2010, I think.
Wow.
And he was so kind and welcoming to my mother and took off his glasses to speak to her, very much a gentleman. And you know, when you go see a concert, usually, Pitbull's at the Fontainebleau. He'll be back in March for his residency. Artists really spaced out their show. You know, these new songs here, slow songs there. Pitbull doesn't have any slow songs. No. It's like party song after party song after party song, the best time. And I loved, you know, the last time I saw Pitbull was a few years ago. Now there's this trend of people going dressed as him with bald caps.
Really?
And it's so much fun. I kind of want to go again in a bald cap and just like make it an extra special night going to see Pitbull.
That concert really blew me away. I didn't expect it to be as incredible as it was. I did see him in concert with Enrique Iglesias
I saw that one too.
Tour, and that was great. So, well, we have a lot to get to in Hollywood because there's a story that we cannot help but see or click on when we're on the internet, if we're watching TV. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Where are we with this?
Well, we are nowhere near done because on Monday, a judge finally set the date for when this could go to trial, and it's not until March of 2026. But they might settle before that. I don't think that's likely. And in a couple of days, in about a week or so, the judge will be also deciding to grant or not grant Blake Lively's legal request to have a gag order placed on Justin Baldoni's attorney, which I hope does not happen because keep giving me the information.
Yes, we want the tea.
It's been so good. You know, people really seem to be divided into camps.
Right.
Team Baldoni or Team Lively. And, you know, I say the truth is maybe somewhere in the middle, and I'm a fan of the truth. And if it does go to trial, I'm very eager to hear from all of the cast and crew who were there.
Yeah.
But that's actually just one part of it. What happened on set, there are all of the other allegations of a smear campaign, which might be harder to prove. And I am inclined to believe Team Baldoni that all of the social media chatter happened organically. You know, I don't know if it was this Machiavellian thing that they planted this and orchestrated that.
Right.
But people can decide for themselves.
Yeah. The other thing is has this had a big impact on people watching the film? I mean, obviously it's gone too far to just be a PR stunt now, but has it impacted like great viewing figures or?
I think it might have actually impacted it negatively.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the author wrote several novels in this world, and there could be sequels, but I think that the franchise is tainted now.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to
I
work together
agree.
again
I
anytime
agree.
soon.
Yeah, I mean, I still haven't watched it. For me, I'm like, I don't know.
I haven't watched it either.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Neither
just
have I.
give me all the tea of what's going on between the two of them. I don't have to watch the movie. Well, Perez, it's always a pleasure having you in for Perez's Picks. To keep up with Las Vegas happenings, follow Las Vegas Perez. And for all the latest in Hollywood, just visit PerezHilton.com.